Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about my recent, and by recent, I mean literally in the last hour, 3-day ban from Reddit over some BS by actual commie fascist pieces of shit known as Antifa mods that are part of the whole Bash the Fash subreddit, and basically what led the whole interaction to begin was what it was here, and why Section 230 needs to be changed immediately. That if these companies are going to violate people's freedom of speech in the ways they do right now, why they don't need to have protections anymore, and why they need to be sued to the fucking ground after this is what it is. So basically, for those that haven't seen it, hopefully my audio is coming in okay. I'm doing this off my uh, speakers in my laptop here. But anyway, so basically, a couple days ago, you had Jasmine Crockett, who is a congresswoman, I believe, from Texas, who basically went on this whole tirade, sucking Biden's dick more or less, and the whole impeachment inquiry thing is what it is there. Which obviously, there's more than enough to impeach Biden's ass on multiple charges at this point for a bunch of different felony charges, especially doing business overseas and stuff like that's what it is. Um, when you have the laptop from hell that Hunter Biden had, they left it someplace there. That alone, people have said that are Democrat voters have said in the past that if they had known that that whole thing existed and it had been mainstream news at the time, they would have never cast their ballot in 2020 for that old jerk off. So, yeah, you basically have this Crockett woman going on this whole tirade and bitching and moaning about like, oh, this thing and that thing, whatever the case be, and then trying to, basically shit talk Trump at the same time. And you had these idiots at the subreddit Bash the Fash, which is nothing more than an Antifa subreddit. It's one of the many ones that. What's interesting to me too, by the way, is you had the one that was called "or the Donald" back in the day that kept getting hit by these douchebags like that every single day, and you would have Reddit itself being a highly leftist run site is what it is. Um, to try to shit on the Donald subreddit there years ago, back in like 2017, 2018, somewhere in there before it finally got shut down around like the 1819 time period. And they would basically restrict these people like crazy that were running that subreddit, but yet you have actual ones of legit fascism on there, like the Bash to Fash one, where they're basically sucking off the Democrat Party and then doing all kinds of terroristic shit in these subreddits as well, for that matter. And yet you won't ban them for terroristic acts and stuff like that that violate your own rules, is what it is. But yet, God forbid, you call them a bunch of fascists. Insert FAG there, or in that case, it was FAGGOTS. Now you get banned for 3 days for hate speech bullshit that they reported you on, which is what happened to me, honestly. You had, it was, I had basically gone, like, I had seen that shit pop up. Well, in the first place, I don't understand why they even suggested the shit to me on the subreddit there is what it was, because it was one of the things that was like a suggested thing to me for some reason, which I have no idea why, but it was. And the thing was, they were basically sucking off Crockett at that point and being like, "Oh, she's such a Democrat star being born." And it's like, no, I'm gonna call her what she is, dude. She is a ghetto fucking crackhead, and she was acting like getting that whole impeachment inquiry the other day. And I was like, no, she's a ghetto crackhead that proves only dominant qualification to receive power in this country. And they banned me for that and called me a racist, which is funny. It makes me laugh actually on that one, because it's like, yeah, you're calling me a racist when you're the ones actually promoting literal ghetto hood rat bullshit, dude, in Congress of people who shouldn't even be in office right now. It's the same thing with that idiot Jimmy Bowman, for that matter, who pulled the fire alarm this week as well, or that retard Cortez, etc. It's these low IQ dipshits that have no business being in any position of power ever in this country, and are some of the most corrupt motherfuckers across the board, is what it is. So, but yeah, it's funny to me because again, it goes back to the whole leftist mindset thing of, um, they'll sit there and call you names, racist, fascist, homophobe, whatever the case be, because they have no real argument, because they're a bunch of goddamn NPCs, is what it is. They're non-playable characters. They are a hive mind of dipshittery, is what it is. They have no original thoughts in their own fucking heads, and it has to have a whole bunch of them get together to have like one functioning brain, where you have to have like 100 something plus of these people to come together, where you all have like little teeny nuggets of a brain power to actually have a single functioning brain between all y'all. So yeah, I basically called them out for that one, and that was, called them the fascists that they actually were, and that was like think around 12 hours ago, give or take. And then it was a few hours after that, while I was finishing up Honda's chat there, that I went back into Reddit here and found out that I had been uh, temporarily suspended for a month by the Bash the Fash mods, is what it was, which I guarantee that they are nothing more than Antifa fuckers, is what it is, dude, that should be in jail right now for various felony crimes of terrorism. And then, yeah, it was as of like about 45 minutes ago or so, give or take. I now had the following thing pop up on my account that says your account's been banned for 3 days. Please check your box for more information. I was talking about being banned for that for hate speech bullshit, which is absolute crap entirely, dude. And here's the thing, right? The biggest problem I have with these companies entirely, dude, is you fucking retards do realize that even if it's hate speech, it's still covered under freedom of speech, assholes. Like, it's all First Amendment rights violations you're doing right now. And that's the biggest problem I have with these people entirely. And it's these fucking asswipes like that that want to sit. And the worst thing is, like, okay, they'll sit there and claim that, like, I violated, fucking shit for hate speech or whatever the case be. Yet, meanwhile, on the Ohio subreddit, every single day, you have these fucking sick fucks on the left who are openly advocating for the mass extinction of another generation of children. And yet you're not permanently banning them for literally celebrating mass murder in the womb at this point. It just blows my mind, honestly, man. It really does. And like I said, the real problem with this whole thing is you have people that will sit there and it's literally the two-party justice system crap, where it's like rules for thee but not for me kind of stuff. Where it's like, oh, well, they're a bunch of leftist turds like we are. Okay, they're fine to do whatever the fuck they want. Here's what it is. Oh my god, they're not a leftist piece of shit. Oh, we must ban them immediately and fuck with their freedom of speech and not let them have any say. Or if we can't do that, we can just downvote them to fucking oblivion, to where they can never go to like half the subreddits there because we're going to require like 10 or 15 positive comments for them to post anything, is what it is. Which is the one thing that really pisses me off about that site, honestly, and why I should be able to get sued to the fucking ground right now, because you have so many subreddits that you should be able to participate in that are just like everyday thing, like presidency stuff, whatever the case be. But you can't even have your voice heard in those ones because these fuckers will target downvote you. And I've talked about this many times about this on Reddit here, is what it is, or about this whole thing on Reddit on these grandstands, what it is. And it's them literally, they will sit there and you will post one thing where you disagree with them on however way it is there is what it is. And they will just sit there and downvote your fucking shit to like -10, -20, -50, whatever it is, and put you in negative karma on that site just so that you can't have a voice elsewhere on the other subreddits, is what it is. And that's absolute BS entirely, dude. It is completely unconstitutional. It is complete violation of the First Amendment of freedom of speech in this country. And that's the thing. If these companies are not going to respect that shit, dude, then they need to get their asses sued to the fucking ground. And they need to be able to be sued to the fucking ground by having Section 230 protection yanked from their asses, what it is. And if that's not going to happen, then you know what? It's time to just fucking completely change things entirely by simply getting into office ourselves and changing the fucking laws entirely. So, anyway, but yeah, basically, let's go back to what I've talked about many times on this, the whole thing, which is basically we need an Internet Bill of Rights at this point in history, and we've needed one for, I would say, at least a good 15 to 20 years, give or take, since the Internet's really become the mega conglomerate that it's going to be, or it is the modern day uh, soapbox, where it is the modern day town square, etc. there. And the fact that you're not going to have these social media companies treated like the phone company and be public utilities is fucking ridiculous as well, for that matter. It's like, no, they should not be able to act like a publisher and a platform at the same time when you're violating people's freedoms to say what they want to fucking say to somebody that is actually acting like a fascist piece of shit, by the way. To not be able to call them out for that is fucking ridiculous, dude. And that's the problem. It's you have these pussy ass leftists like that, these little fucking cunt jobs that are being coddled like fucking crazy. And then you wonder why Gen Z is so fucking pussified. Did you wonder why younger millennials are so fucking pussified in this country? You wonder why so many dudes now want to be chicks, and the ones that don't want to be chicks are such beta males, is what it is. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. All it takes is like a little research on what it is, dude, and like actually seeing what's in front of you and paying attention to it. And that's the problem right now, is that we've let this shit slippery slope slide down the fucking rabbit hole so much that until something is done about it, nothing's ever gonna change what it is. So anyway. But yeah, just figured I'd let you guys know about that whole thing. I actually fought the shit on appeal right now, and I straight up told Reddit I was like, "You either respect my freedom of speech, or I'm suing the shit out of you at this point." And I'm serious about that right now, dude, because I'm so fucking sick and tired of it. I'm ready to bring a lawsuit against these cocksuckers, and not only for myself. I'm willing to get the money together to find a First Amendment rights lawyer at this point, sue the fuck out of these people, and open that shit up for a class action lawsuit by other people who have also been banned like that unjustly, because it's absolute crap entirely, man. And not to mention the fact that, by the way, before all this whole thing, I know for a fact that my account in the last 24 hours or so has also been like oddly shadow banned too. Because I noticed yesterday when I was trying to post stuff on the Ohio subreddit as responses back to these fucking pro baby death people is what it is. It wouldn't let me do it, and then I jumped on my. I was doing it on the computer here is what it was about 24 hours ago, give or take, and it wouldn't let me do like more than a couple here and there is what it was. And it wouldn't let me pop through the same one over and over again. Like it was acting like it was posting, but it wasn't. And then I was trying to do it on my phone this morning, and I found out why. And it's because they were banning my account from being able to post replies or posts or anything else for that matter to 6 an hour or one every 10 minutes. Like, how is that constitutional at all, dude? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not. It completely violates fucking First Amendment freedom of speech, dude. And that's the problem with these giant mega corporations being allowed to continue on like that under Section 230 protections right now. You are violating people's freedoms. You are violating their freedom of speech specifically. And when you're doing that, you don't need to have Section 230 anymore, dude. You don't need to be a protector from lawsuits under that shit, is what it is. You need to be able to get your ass sued into the fucking ground, and you need to have new people be able to control these sites, and if that be the case, through massive lawsuits. And if you're not going to respect every side of the political aisle, then you shouldn't exist as a site of what it is at all. And that's the entire point right now. So anyway, that's pretty much where we're at right now. Like I said, I have no idea what will actually come of this whole thing, and if we'll actually be able to do anything here is what it is, but I doubt it. One thing I did think is interesting, though, there was a new subreddit I found that was called History What If, and it's basically people putting different things in there about various. Um, what the hell was I going to say now? Shit, I'm trying to think what I was saying now. Yeah, it was basically different what if scenarios of like, what if something happened this way instead of that way kind of thing. And it was actually pretty interesting. There was people talking about what if the levees had not broken under Katrina back in 2005 and so forth and so on. So yeah, it was very, very interesting. And there was a few read about like if Pearl Harbor was never attacked, but had America gotten into the actual war to stop uh, Japan's rise and stuff. And it really does kind of make me think like the whole multiverse theory and stuff like that. Like, what would be different? And I would actually say another one myself on that one, which is going to South Africa on that one. And it's basically, what if apartheid had never ended? What if you never had apartheid end back in the 90s? Like, would South Africa be the current, hellhole it is right now, where they're targeting and killing white people every day? Is what it is there. I'd bet not, honestly. And the thing that was interesting too about South Africa was, and this is something probably the best thing that happened actually as apartheid was basically ending at the time, which is you had the people that were in power then actually stop nuclear weaponry, is what it was, because they were actually a nuclear weaponry country at the time, and they denuked immediately before they lost power. There is what it was. I could not even imagine right now if if that black supremacist piece of shit, Julius Malema, had nuclear weapons capability at this point in history. That is one of the scariest thoughts I can think of right now, dude. Because that dude would definitely fire off nukes at fucking majority white nations. Still is what it is. Because he's that much of a black supremacist. So, anyway, I mean, hell, he might even use like suitcase nukes in his own fucking country for that matter, against like various farmers and stuff like that, dude. So, anyway, Yeah, just some wild shit though. And like I said, be an interesting one to see as alternate history maybe or something, if that were a thing there. But anyway, yeah, needless to say, Reddit needs to be getting their asses sued right now over this shit. And it's all fucking ridiculous too, man. Especially the bullshit they put here. It's like Reddit is a place for creating community and belonging, not for attacking marginalized or vulnerable groups of people. We don't tolerate promoting hate based on identity or vulnerability or any communities of people that encourage or incite violence or hate towards marginalized or vulnerable group. Or here we go. Yeah, it's okay. Vulnerable groups or any and or okay, so and any communities or people that encourage or incite violence or hate towards marginalized or vulnerable groups will be banned. Okay, so then why the fuck is Bash the Fash still existing then, Reddit? Why the fuck is all these Antifa subreddits still existing? Why do you have like 10,000 trans subreddits on your fucking site that encourage small children to literally sterilize themselves with HRT drugs, motherfuckers? Oh yeah, that's right, because you're a left-leaning fucking shithole that promotes child sterilization on demand without consequence, that promotes Antifa terrorism in various subreddits, that promotes any kind of leftist terrorism, BLM, etc., as well as Antifa for that matter, in your fucking actual site. But yet, God forbid you call these people out and call them a fascist FAG, and then all of a sudden you get fucking banned. It's a bunch of bullshit entirely, dude. So yeah, like the whole point is, dude, like the internet was literally fucking built by my generation to where it's, hey, if you're losing the battle, simply, drop the F bomb is what it is there, man. So I should say the FA bomb is what would be there. But yeah, that's the entire point, man. And the whole point of the matter is it's not even like you're fucking like promoting hate or anything like that, dude. It's you're literally calling them out for what they really are, which is they're a bunch of fascist assholes, it really is in the day, dude. So, yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit entirely, and I doubt they'll actually give me my account back on appeal or anything like that. But you never know, man. If they don't, though, I'm seriously considering like finding a constitutional lawyer and legit if I can make the money, um, like be able to scramble it together and stuff like that. I'm gonna seriously sue the shit out of this company, dude, because fuck them. They cannot be allowed to be this fucking unconstitutional like that. Put up bullshit terms of service that fucking people's freedom of speech when it's all coming under freedom of speech, by the way. Even their BS that claims violates their TOS is what it is. So, anywho. But that's about it for today, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully, my audio is okay. Like I said, it was coming through my speakers here on my laptop because I didn't bother getting my toner mic out for this one. But other than that, that's where we're at for the day. I will be back later, probably either sometime later today or sometime tomorrow, most likely. So it'd be sometime Tuesday then for something. And then from there, we'll be back for Buckshot Thursday then, as long as I'm feeling up to it. And then obviously Freedom Friday, which will be our mainstays on this channel. I was actually thinking about doing something on a Wednesday now too, maybe if I have a chance to, like Gaming Wednesday or something, maybe, or it'd be like the gaming chats I usually do, but it'll be um, like just different things coming up, catching up on the week stuff and whatnot there, and then maybe just doing that. Yeah, actually, maybe just doing that like twice a week. Maybe be like Gamer Wednesday and like Gamer Saturday or something like that, or Gamer Sunday or something. And we just do that for like a 15 minutes to a half hour show or something like that. Then, where it's just catching up on the games that I play right now and what's going on currently. Which obviously with that stuff, it's the people that were running our clan slash coalition, which is not really the clan that I'm part of. It's the heads of the coalition is what it is. They fucked up big time in the Walking Dead Survivors game that I play, and it was basically they made a huge tactical error by teaming up with the third region in this season instead of the first one, and then having us take first and second respectively, which would be most likely my uh, region would have taken second place then again, which is fine to me honestly, because it's like It doesn't really matter to me, honestly, if we take first or second. Like, I'd love to take first, but it's not gonna happen usually. And also, we'd have like the manpower and the whales and stuff like that to do it. But unfortunately, we don't have that kind of people that are going to pay to win like that. So it's basically teaming up and then just having the other ones take first, and then we'll just take second. Is what it is then. But yeah, because we did instead of doing first and second, we did second and third, which is where we were at in second, and then people were in third. We've now basically fucked ourselves into potentially third for this season, which really sucks ass because it means we're not going to get a permanent skin for the season. And the nice thing about having those is it gives you X amount of stars for your um, overall town, is what it is. And it allows you to actually get benefit boosts from having X amount of skins, is what it is there. So if you're going to have like one or two, it gives you like, I think it's like attack and defense boost or whatever. And then if you get like three or four, whatever it is, it then goes to like health and then back to attack again, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like X amount of stars that it gives you there that equates to these different permanent skins is that you have for your town hall change outs and stuff. So yeah, it sucks to know that we're never probably going to have that then this go around. And what's even worse is we're not even halfway through the season yet. So unless somebody can work a miracle and come in there and be like, some kind of excellent diplomat or something like that with one of these other regions then and basically get us back into at least second place then for the rest of the season for the next, 35, 40 days, whatever it is here. Um, yeah, we'll most likely end up third then, and then I'm basically right now fighting in my every single one of my accounts right now in that season to maintain top 100 then for rewards there, which I'm currently in the 80s right now, and hopefully I'll stay in the 80s then, or maybe even get to the 70s potentially, maybe before the end of the season then. But I don't know. It really depends. But I'm very close right now. Well, I shouldn't say very close. I'm like a few months away right now from having enough of the freaking flasks in my main account to actually get to where I need to be in this game, which is basically the 5K that I need. I think I have almost 2,000 right now, so I'm like about 40% of the way there right now, or damn close to it anyway. It's like 1900, something like that right now. So pretty close to 40%. And then, like I said, I think when I figured it out recently, it was like give or take like 30 days is what you need for like 3K. So I think depending, I should be able to have this by the end of October or maybe just after that, like early November then. So if that works out how I think it will, it'll be a situation of basically being able to get enough of the stuff then. So although I could be wrong, my math might be off a little bit on that one, so it might be closer to like December then if that be the case. But actually, let me go ahead and do that real fast. I'm gonna do this on the calculator thing here. Let's see. So you get 54 flasks a day times 30. Okay, yeah, I'm actually way off on that because that's only 1620. So let me figure this out. Then that would be times what 3 would be 48 then. So that's like 90 days then. So that'd be okay. So let me figure that out then. So I'm at 19 right now. So plus 16, 18 plus 16, 20. So by the time the end of this month happens, I'll be at 3520. And that's just from getting daily flasks and stuff. That's not from getting any of the extra stuff out of the world events and whatnot. So I'm still 1,500 shy then, if that be the case. But then plus doing everything else, then, 10 here, 20 there, being able to buy some from different things and whatnot. It might be enough to where I'm able to get them then, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. So, like I said, probably sometime in November is when I'll actually have the ability to do this then. But anyway, going back to what I was saying though about Reddit though, yeah, they need to get sued, man, for real. So does some of these other social media sites for that matter that violate freedom of speech and stuff. So anyway, but yeah, other than that, that's where we're at, and that's where we're gonna basically be right now. So until something changes, it'll be what it is right now. So anyway, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, hopefully my audio came in okay from the speaker mic and not having my external one right now. But other than that, that's where we are for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will be back, like I said, probably sometime either Monday afternoon or not. Yeah, today's Monday, so probably not this afternoon. Probably like Tuesday afternoon with something, and then maybe something on Wednesday too. But for sure, if not those days, I will be doing Buckshot Thursday this coming Thursday. Then, so other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.